So this is an analysis of probably what I consider one of my better or best venture games on Gibraltar. And after the midsection of the map, this became probably... God, my character is annoying. This became probably my one of my favorite maps for playing Venture. So initially I'm just in the front, but realized that's not how my character is supposed to play. I don't have a lot of distance on the blaster, so I'm gonna move around the side. I do hear Lucio over there. I don't realize it's him, but I start moving over here. Thought maybe I could get some burrow damage. Nobody's around, so I figure might as well distract, poke from the back. Again, sometimes as Venture, your whole point is not to actually do serious assassinations, but just provide enough threat of assassination or bothersome damage that it breaks up the team's focus. Couple of poor movement choices there, but that's alright. D.Va's getting in there, doing what she's supposed to do, harassing as a tank there. Almost get wiped out. Another thing about this team comp is that we have two very good healers, and I probably would have died a lot more had they not been on the team. I'm going to take care of this junk in a second. Thankfully the healers are incredible again, but D.Va's just doing too good of a job there. There is a good example of bad gameplay is as Venture never be caught on long sightlines. So I think I was trying to communicate to a teammate or something at that moment, which is why I just wasn't moving. But yeah, I was just standing out in the open. Hanzo obviously snipes me, so that's terrible. Thought I heard somebody, so I go around, no one's there. So we only have 3 people on the cart right now. This is probably not a good time to get in, but it's 3 on 4 or 5, I think. We're getting split up here a little bit. I think this is the right play because our healers are basically staying completely frontline, making sure we're staying healed. Pushing Hanzo away from his team with the drill. That was good. D.Va harassing us. Not doing too much damage though. And then I'm going to wait and hang out. Our team is obviously grouped up and healthy, so I'm going to go after D.Va again. She gets ejected, but outruns me. I don't feel like using the cooldowns to chase her, and luckily someone else takes care of her. But again, getting back into a better flanking position than just playing frontline. I think they're closer than they are, and when I came around the corner in burrow, I probably should have just gone back. But I'm providing more chip damage here, just spamming. Right? You're either flanking or you're just spamming. This is a really good position to just spam from. Try to eliminate this junk, but somebody immediately heals him to about 75%. And I know that's coming for me, so I just try to get away, but no luck. Okay, so we are 2 down, so I definitely should not be moving in for this team fight. That was 100% a bad play. That's just feeding right there. I want to stop the payload, but 2 of our team members down, one of them being the tank and the other being Mercy. There was no reason I should have done that, but I'm still learning. Now I have my ult, but I'm not going to use this, I believe, for quite a while because I have this problem of holding on to it until I figure out what to do with it. The good thing is at least that I don't use it immediately just to try to get some kills when our entire team is resetting. So I'm waiting for everybody to sort of show up. I'm trying to figure out what's the best point of attack. I completely missed that Hanzo behind me. I hear the footsteps, but I don't know where he is. So I'm going to dive in to try to mess with them. see it's a losing battle, so I get out. Distracted them for a second though. Our healers are doing amazing jobs. But this point right here is where I've come to love Gibraltar as a Venture player. Orissa's doing a fine job. I'm going to stay in here with the payload too, but I'm going to sort of back them up a little bit. And then I really learned to play around the boxes. Finally decided it's probably time to use an ult. I go after this Lucio, but I probably could have just stayed back because this doesn't accomplish anything. He just plays around with me. I could have just stayed with my team. There wasn't a huge threat since they were resetting, but it also allows me to get this Hanzo. But then I reset, go back to the team, and then start playing around the boxes again, which is super beneficial. Double checking health's available, even though our healers are great. We've got a low healer and Junk on his own, so I move in to help with that. Team's really close to me, so I felt confident doing it. If the team's too far away, that would have been an absolutely terrible play. I think Hanzo's feeling the pressure, so he tries to get on point. Sigma's out in the open on his own. Easy picks. I see they have another Venture. I think at some point I get interested in trying to fight them with my ego. I almost had this Lucio here, but he just keeps getting away. He has his health regen on, and my shots are just not connecting. So I reset. I see that I'd have to go pretty far, and I wouldn't have the support of my team, so I back up there. I'm happy with that. Let's see. I'm going frontline again, which makes no sense, so I go back behind the boxes and see the enemy Venture trying to harass me. So I go in there. We got the welcome mat, so I try to just help out and harass as well. One of their healers is caught off, but he's with Lucio, so I'm going to try to reset here. And yet again, I have an ultimate that I am not using. So maybe I'm looking for the right time, but this is literally overtime.
Excavation initiation.
Luckily, I keep them from using their ult too many times. Still in overtime, there's only 1 or 2 people to clean up, and that's the end of that. So overall, I'm really happy with the gameplay from this particular match. I made a good amount of mistakes, of course, but I think I did a good job of playing to Venture's strengths, which is flanking and then spamming, depending on the situation. The area that makes Venture very good for defense and maybe even offense on this map, I think, is the boxes. In the second segment, because you can just shoot around corners. The blast and splash damage make it really great to sort of spam around corners if you have to, and the tight corners also make it good for ambushing since it's harder to see your burrow and everything else. But those are 2 games from my first week as Venture, and hopefully I'll see some improvement when I'm sitting down to really think about how I'm playing and the actions that I'm making in gameplay. The areas of improvement are obviously stop playing frontline. I'm too used to that. And also probably use ult more often. And don't be afraid to use it in team fights in something like this. Like if I had my ult, I probably would have or should have used it in something like this. But we'll just see. And hopefully I will improve in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching.